This is brought to you by Ashtanga for Dummies. Get my essential guide to Ashtanga Yoga for Beginners at yogatraveler.net/Ashtanga Yoga.
Hello, and welcome to the Ashtanga seated sequence. Today, we're going to pull from the classical short primary series of Ashtanga and just do the seated portion with a few modifications, with a few differences along the way. So how might you be able to use this sequence to benefit you? One, make sure that you're warm before you do it. We're skipping the standing portion and we're going right to the seating portion. So we want our body to be warm, our muscles to be warm, so that we can get more out of the poses, more length through the muscles, and avoid injury. So maybe do this after you go for a run or after your strength-based training to stretch out your muscles. It'll feel so nice. Also, you might use this if you have balance issues and you need to stay seated mostly for your yoga practice. Just make sure you modify in that case because your body may not be as warm if you had just come from a run or something. So let's give it a try. We're going to start in a child's pose. Oh, first of all, if you have props, 2 blocks and a strap are really helpful. So if you have those, gather those. Now let's begin. All right, child's pose to start. So let your knees open up slightly and the feet come together behind you and then sit back into your hips. Now, if you're very flexible, you might be able to put the head all the way to the floor and the hips may touch your heels. So your hips on the heels. If you're not quite as flexible, you could use your block. Place the block on the floor and put your forehead right on that block. And that will line up your spine with your neck and just take a little pressure off. So either way, either choice that you do, just make sure you start that deep, slow breathing in and out through the nose. Calm and steady. Very focused. Good. Now let's lift our way up to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So we'll remove our block, come onto all fours, and lift up to Adho Mukha Svanasana. A couple of changes you can make to this pose as well. Feel free to move through it a little bit, pedaling out the backs of the legs, ankles, hips. You may also just decide that you want to stay on your knees and extend your arms forward, more like a puppy dog pose, stretching out through the shoulders and the upper back. Take a few breaths in whatever of the 2 positions you choose. Inhale. Exhale. Let's move on to our seated position. So if you're in downward facing dog, you can try and lift through. Take your hands to the edges of your mat, lift up again to downward facing dog, and let's walk our feet forward. Bend your knees, look forward, take a little hop, and swing your legs through to sit. If you're not in down dog, don't worry about it. Just bring the legs around and let's sit. So grab your strap so we can do Paschimottanasana. Take your strap around your feet. This is so that you don't have to reach quite so far if you're not flexible enough yet to get to the toes. Sit tall, inhale, balding Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale, walk your way forward. Now, if you can touch your toes, then you don't need your strap. Just go ahead and place your hands around your feet, roll those shoulder blades down, and drop your head into that space. Every time we exhale, we want to release tension in the body, particularly through the hips, through the hamstrings, through the low back. You might be able to deepen little bit by little bit. We stay in these poses for a while to give our body time to stretch, relax into them. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale, exhale, gently lift up, set your strap aside, just keep it close, and your hands behind you, fingertips face your hips, point your toes, Purva Uttanasana. You can either just press into the floor, open up your chest, let your throat roll open, or keep going and lift the hips off the mat. Build up a little strength through your back body, plus stimulate through the upper body, arms, chest. One more breath. Inhale, exhale, come down. Good. Now between poses, we'll need to keep our body heat high. So there's a couple of options that we can do. Let's start with a gentle option. So we'll just simply pull our feet in, take our hands by our sides, and then lift up the hips. Lower back down and extend the legs. Next time, we'll do one that's a little more intense. Trianga Mukha Kapada. Start by pulling your right leg back behind you. Now, we can be really tight through the quadriceps and we may feel like we're really uneven. So that's where a block comes in handy. Take the block underneath your left hip to equal out your hips. Now return to the strap. Place it around your foot. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward and grab onto that foot. Again, pull your shoulders back. Pull in through that deep center navel lock and feel how nice this is on the calf, on the hamstring. Especially if you've got a block there, there's a little bit more lift. You might get an extra pull through that hamstring there. Nice. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Gently lift up. Let's release the strap for now and come off the block. I know you might feel unequal. That's okay. You're going to move backward so that we can get this quadricep. So start coming back. You might be able to come onto your elbows. That's a great place to go. And then just let the head fall back. I don't like to let it fall all the way back, but definitely press the shoulders back, roll them back so that you're lifting through the chest. So this is a great place to start. If you think you can go deeper, feel free. Lay it all the way down and take your hands overhead. As long as this right knee can stay on the floor, then you can move downward. Just feel how good that is on that leg. My quadriceps need this today. Strong, deep breaths. It's almost like resting in these stretches, especially if you're laying all the way on the ground. You can really let parts of your body relax for just a moment. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Start to lift yourself up. Get up onto your hands and swing that leg around. Now for the other side. So the left leg hurdles back. And again, you might place a block underneath your right hip to get your feet equal through your legs. Return to your strap. Sit tall. Inhale. Exhale. Walk yourself forward. Now in between sides, I don't have to explain quite as much, so I'm going to keep us moving along. And that's to keep our body heat in check. We don't want our body heat or our energy to drop really low, so we want to keep things moving. You can always keep your breath moving. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up, moving back. If you're on a block, remove it. Walk yourself back, maybe to your elbows, chest lifted, head extended back, or go all the way down. Make sure just to keep that left knee on the floor and extend your arms overhead. Feel how good it is to lengthen out through your back, through your quadricep, through the front of the body. So nice. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Press back up onto the elbows. It's kind of ungraceful getting off of the ground if you're all the way down, but you can do it. Let's move the strap out of the way. Zoom our feet straight in front. And I'll show you how to do a vinyasa from the floor. Now remember our alternate option, or gentler option, where we just tuck our legs and lift our hips. Let's try one that's a little bit more. So again, you're going to tuck your legs, lift your feet off so that you can roll forward. Place your hands down into a plank. Take chaturanga. Inhale into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And from here, you can practice that lifting again. Hands to the edges of the feet of the mat. Lift up onto your toes. Reach those hips up. Bend your knees. Inhale. And exhale. Legs come through. Nice. Now let's begin Janu Sirsasana A. Take your right foot and pull it up your left leg, sitting nice and tall through those hips. Inhale, exhale, reach forward. Again, a strap might be your choice in this pose. This is one of my favorites, especially it feels great after running, if you're coming at this workout after running. So we can open up our hips into our low back. Again, we're working on that hamstring there, and we're letting ourselves fold deeper. Good, just allow your breath to slow a little bit. We built up that heat again, and now we're taking that heat and deepening into our posture, maybe gaining a little flexibility. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Lift it up. Change this pose to Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana. I had to think for a moment. We'll take the foot onto the knee, onto the leg, right above the knee, really, not on the kneecap. And you can leave it right here as you fold forward. This is going to lift this hip and give it a little bit more of a stretch. So this is option A. Maybe you've got your strap. Option B would be to stick that foot into your hip. And then see if you can draw this knee down just a little bit. Then reach forward. Option B. Option C would be to take a bind. So our right arm is going to come behind our back to grab onto that toe. And then the left arm comes forward. So A, B, or C, choose your way. Enjoy this pull. One of my favorite things about this stretch is that heel is right up into our stomach. That will help you to remember to lift through your center, to use Uddiyana Bandha as we fold down into Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Release the hands, release your straps. Switch sides, starting with Janu Sirsasana A. So again, quick transition. Inhale, pull your leg up. Sit nice and tall. Exhale, reach forward for that extended foot. Feel free to utilize your strap. Second side might feel different than the first side. That's really normal. Just honor the body. Enjoy the changes, the things that you feel that are different. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take this foot up onto your leg. So option A. Option B, the foot up into the knee, fold forward. Option C, left arm comes around, grab onto your toe, right arm comes forward. Take a breath in any case. Pull in through your middle, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Feel that length in the back of the leg, starting to open up our hips, our hamstrings. Enjoy that breath. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come out of it. Release that foot. Let's take our vinyasa, either the simple version, lift, or keep going with me. Pull in, inhale, exhale, come forward, step, hop, walk back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Swing your legs around to extend forward or take that hop through, lift through. We'll move into Marichyasana A. Bend your right knee, take your foot hip width distance apart, and reach forward. Now in this pose, we're going to let our back round and curve. So it's a little different than Janushirasana where we try to keep a straight back. So let your head fall down and curve. You might be having your strap right here. You might notice that your shoulder is lower than your knee. If so, try taking a bind. Your right arm's going to reach around the knee. The left arm comes behind. You might grab fingers back there. If you can't grab the fingers, that's what a strap is for, right? Go ahead and finagle that strap. In either case, let your head fall down and feel that nice curving of the spine, like we're creating more space between our vertebrae with that rounded shape that we have made. We're shifting toward our left hip just a little. Our right hip is lifted. That's good. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up. Release your hands. Scoot your foot right up against the leg for Marichyasana C. Inhale, extend left arm. Exhale, hook it onto the right knee, or you can hug it. Take the left hand to the floor, right hand to the floor, sit nice and tall, pull that right shoulder back, and send your gaze back. A really nice sensation through our back. So if you think about it, we've done forward bends with straight back, as straight as we can get, a rounded back, and now we're twisting our back. So what a wonderful way to decompress our spine, really work on increasing digestive flow and just easing pain in our back. Good. Now come forward, inhale, and exhale, release everything. Let's do the left side. Inhale, bend the left knee. Remember to keep that space between, that's for our torso to come through. And reach your hands forward, perhaps utilizing your strap. Then if you did the bind last time, do it again. Left arm around your knee, right arm behind the back. Grab onto the fingers. Send the head down. Enjoy that rounded, curved sensation in our spine. Nice breathing. Lots of release. Good, lift up, inhale, exhale, release, scoot your foot right up against your leg. Inhale, extend the right arm. Exhale, hook it onto your leg, or you can just hug. Left hand to the floor, sit nice and tall. Pull back that left shoulder and enjoy the benefits of the twist. Make sure your arm back here is not too far out. Bring it closer to your back so that you're sitting as tall as you can. We want as much length in our torso as we can get while we're doing these twisting poses. Good. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, release. Time to lift our body heat again. Inhale, pull the knees in. Simple lift, or exhale, fold forward. Step, hop, or walk back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward, step, hop, or walk your way through to sit. And let's come to Baddha Konasana. We're going to do a little sequence. This isn't primarily part of the short primary sequence of Ashtanga. Like I said, I've done some modifications, but it does exist in Ashtanga. So this is Baddha Konasana. As you see, my knees do not get to the floor. This is a hard one for me. If that is happening with you and it feels awkward, you can place blocks underneath your knees. Do know though that as we come forward, our legs might lay down a little bit. So let's sit tall, inhale, exhale, fold forward, and walk ourselves down. See how the knees go down just a little bit as we extend our body forward. We want to try to lengthen through the torso as we go down. So we're not trying to round our back, but our head does just drop down, almost like we're going to try to touch our nose to our toes. And we can feel that deep opening up through the inner thigh and groin and the sacrum at the low back. Good. Now inhale, lift up. Great job. Let's extend the right arm and we'll keep this left knee bent. So this is Pravita Janu Shirsasana, opening up our position. Take your right hand to the ground. It might be in front of your leg. It might be on your leg. It might be behind your leg. It depends on the flexibility of your back, and you'll see in just a moment where your hand needs to go. And let's take the left hand to our hip. Draw back that shoulder and extend the arm overhead so you're feeling open, like you're pulling open your chest. Then take this left arm overhead to reach. As you see, I'm not trying to reach my toe. I'm more trying to extend and open up through the chest. If you can keep this open feeling, this open shape, feel free to move deeper. As you see, even then, rolling just a little bit, I'm going to pull open. Staying open today. Lots of room for breath, lots of torso. So if you weren't very flexible, hand on the outside gives you a little more space. Try that. Inhale, come back up. Let's take our leg out wide. Upavista Konasana, really getting to this inner thigh and groin here in front. Do your best to keep your toes pointed to the sky. Don't let them roll forward. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, walk it down as far as you can go. So you may not be able to go down as far as I'm demonstrating. That's totally fine. Creep it down as far as you can and just feel how it lengthens and opens up that spot, that inner thigh, the internal rotators. Let's move with our breath. Try this with me. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, creep just a little bit deeper. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, creep a little bit deeper. Inhale, exhale, creep a little deeper. Let's do it one more time. You're doing great. Inhale. Exhale, creeping a little deeper. Inhale, lift up. Wow, feel like a new person. Exhale, bend. Moving into our other side, Pravita Chandrasana. So probably take your hand to the same place as you did the last time. Let's bring our right hand to our hip, drawing open that shoulder, open that side body. Extend your arm, feeling the chest expand, and then pull overhead, long and lengthened. Feel free to reach deeper. Just really try to get that spiral, that open sensation into the chest. I always feel like I'm creating so much more room for breath when I fold into my side body. Just really helping to decompress after gravity weighs down on us all day. Inhale, lift up. Nicely done. Take one more time at Baddha Konasana. But this time we're going to do it wide. So this is more for the relief of our back, and it's a little bit more gentle. So we'll sit tall. Inhale. Exhale, just fold over almost like you're a ragdoll. Just letting yourself hang over the top. Again, as we press our body forward, we can release our hip flexors just a little bit. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come on up. Nicely done. Time to lift our body heat again. Simple lift or vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, step, hop, or walk back. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Baddha Mukha Svanasana. Bend your knees, look forward. However you get there is fine. Step, hop, or walk through. Let's take Gomukhasana. So a couple of options with this one. Let's look at the outer edges of our hips. You can sit in a simple crisscross as you're seeing me do here. You could take it a little deeper, fire log, where you line your feet and your knees on top of each other. That might work for you. You could take it into the full Gomukhasana legs, where the knees are stacked, piled on top of each other. And we've got our left leg on top, so let's take our right arm, reach the right arm down your back. Take the left arm from behind and grab onto your fingers. If you can't get your fingers, grab your shirt, maneuver that strap of yours. Strap down the back and you're holding on to 2 pieces of the strap. Now sit tall, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Gomukhasana is such a great stretch for so many reasons. We can feel our right tricep. We're pulling back the left shoulder. Our chest is open. As we fold forward, it opens up the sacrum in that inner thigh, in the low back. And we can feel the outer edges of the hips, primarily on that right side. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up. Nicely done. Release the hold. Let's switch our legs. So if you were crisscross, you're doing it again. This time the right leg is in front. If you were in fire log, there you are. Or you're Gomukhasana. Now we've got our left arm lifts up and down the back. Right arm from behind. Grab on. Manipulate that strap. Sit tall. Inhale. Exhale, fold it forward. Enjoy that sensation of opening up. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Nice. Exhale, release. Now to finish everything up, we're going to go back to the very first pose that we started with. In some ways, I feel like this is the hardest one. It gets our hips, our hamstrings, and our back all of it together. So this is Paschimottanasana. Just try to remember how it was for you at the beginning and see if it's changed as we end. Inhale, exhale, reach forward. Feel free to use that strap again. Take your breath. You know that you're ending, but still engage the middle. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Uddiyana Bandha is engaged. You know that we're coming to a close, so feel free to let your breath move to more of a resting breath. See what you can do to relax any parts of the body that were tight when we started. Hopefully, they have done so. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Nicely done. Let's take it onto our back so we can twist out our body. So pull your right knee into your chest and give it a hug. This feels really great. Lengthens out through the back. And then shift the hips over to the left side, the right side of your mat. And then pull that leg down toward the floor. Now, if you're really tight, you can feel free to place your leg on your block that's right there. And this arm over here should lay flat on the mat. So we're extending it out, opening up through the chest. And we can turn our gaze over that right shoulder. We've worked hard today, even though we just sat on the floor. I can definitely feel the warmth, and that stretch that you gain is going to help you feel great throughout the rest of your day. Let's bring our legs back to the middle and move to the other side. So scoot yourself back into the middle of your mat again and pull your left knee into your chest. Hold it there. And then guide it over to the other side. So shift your hips over. And if you've got your block on that side, feel free to place it down on your block and extend out that arm. And then bring your leg back into the middle and lay yourself down into Shavasana. Get yourself relaxed on the mat. I'll let you lay there for as long as you want. Thank you for joining me today. Hopefully you will enjoy the benefits of this Ashtanga inspired stretch throughout your whole day. Enjoy your rest. You've worked hard. You deserve it.